All right, we're back and we're roasting joinascending.com for Jeremy. So first off, I'm looking at your above the fold. We got this big old space at the top, and then I can't even see your CTA. Looks like half of your what should be above the fold copy is kind of hidden. So all right, here I see the CTA. It's a very low contrast versus the rest of your landing page. So the thing that sticks out to me the most when I land on this is uh, one, the photo, but more so even just this like get started, which is, oh, it is clickable, so that's nice. I have to join it. Where is it gonna take me? Ah, it takes me to your circle community. It's not terrible because it actually does do something. Um, This seems like it's supposed to be your main CTA though, and it's very low contrast. It should stick out way more. It should be the most obvious thing on your landing page, and it needs to be above the fold. So the fold is this line. When I start, everything that I can't see until I start to scroll is below the fold. If I can see it without having to scroll, it's above the fold. I'm not crazy about this little banner either. Something about it is just like very distracting to me. So I think what we should do is um, give you this page a little bit more room to breathe. Make this image perhaps a bit smaller, make this text a bit smaller if you need to, and lose a lot of this top margin in order to get this button should be right about where it is now, is where it should be when it first loads, right in the middle, and it should be bigger and it should be higher contrast. Um, Not crazy about this little like sub CTA either. I think I would put this in some kind of header and make it more clear who it's for. So like, are you a company looking to hire? I don't know. I think the little emoji doesn't really fit. The rest of your design, the alignment between the emoji and the text is off, and that's hard to get consistent because emojis render differently for different browsers. And then this blue link text, I don't think matches your other links. Oh, I guess you're using blue everywhere. I would use this like kind of faint maroon color, I think, for your, like this color is what I would use for your links because you've already established it as your accent color, and your links should use the same accent color, in my opinion. Maybe underline them to make it more obviously clickable if you want. So now let's look at the actual copy. You can move your logo into the header. We already know we're on ascending.com, joinascending.com. You don't need to put this as your header. You don't need to put it as your header. You can put it in the header and just make it way smaller. Put it in the corner. Land your first dev role in half the time. This is pretty good. Ascending helps job-ready software engineering grads quickly land their first role through mentorship, matching, apprenticeship work, and technical interview and resources. A little long, but not bad. I think the main problems, this is hidden. It's not high enough contrast. This is in the way. This image is good. Maybe I would cut out the top to make it just smaller to fit in the box and to fit in here nicely and give you more space to bring all of this up. But the image is fine. Inclusive employers who hired our engineers. I would standardize all these logos, find like their black and white version or something, just make it, class it up, I guess. We don't like to see these like background white boxes. All these logos are different colors, different sizes. It kind of throws off the design and makes it look a little bit thrown together. So try to find sometimes you can find these logos just by Googling them. Sometimes you can find them in a press kit. You're looking for the simplest version, and then you're going to make them all the same color and kind of just black. Just black on this like pale white would look good. Again, you should change this button to something that contrasts more. I like this. Yeah, I like this copy. It feels very like reassuring, like you know what you're doing. Um, Again, you've got like a broken emoji. This is the uh, danger of using emojis as UI is sometimes they don't render. So look for emojis with a lot of cross-browser support, or look for a free icon pack that you can get. Quickest way to gain engineering experience. These are good. So I would move this social proof section up Right here, I think right below these are companies who've hired our engineers. I'd be stories would be the stories of the engineers that have been hired. Maybe even above this, and then bring this inclusive employees who've hired our engineer section below the formula. So you always should be looking for ways to promote social proof to the top. Get it up into the above the fold section if you can. And I like how many people faces I'm seeing. I don't know if this is from your program, but if it is, that's great. And I really like that you've used real people stories here. It makes the site feel way more trustworthy. Simplify this pricing section. This is too much text. Um, this is hard to process. It's too much. All right, so start in this section, put half your time or more into getting this right before you do any of the rest. Most users won't make it past this section, so it deserves most of your time. It's your first impression. And there's several things you can do here. So just to recap, probably get rid of this top bit. I don't think it's helping. Put the logo up in your header if you need it, make it smaller. This should match your other CTA. So copy this button up to here, and then make all of your CTA buttons contrast much more with the background. Contrast, it should be a different color than the rest of the website, basically. Looks like a yellow would work good for the colors you have, or maybe a red. You can play around with it and find something that contrasts well. Get rid of this top margin, make this image shorter, give this 2 lines, simplify this text if you can, make it shorter. This button needs to contrast, needs to be bigger. Make sure that this sub CTA isn't, this alternative CTA isn't competing with your main one, and then bring social proof higher up the website, and I think you'll be in good shape.